You rebel. Get out of heaven, you Satan. You rebel.
Of the cosmic transformation, God's favorite angel is the devil. For each sense of context or understanding, human beings are transformed from ordinary people into perpetrators of evil. So these reflect, I'm going to focus on the negatives. The negatives that people can become, not the negatives that people are.
We don't need Satan in our Indian class. Be gone, you rebel. We are trying to assimilate the Indians at the Carlisle School. Pennsylvania. Kill the savage. Save the man. Savage. Kill the savage. Save the man. Give him a suit so he can go to the bank and work. Hey man, can you get my computer going? Get the Wi-Fi. Get the Wi-Fi hookup. You work with computers and stuff? Technical support? Come on, man. Hook me up. Need some Wi-Fi over here. Showing the picture of the kids from the Carlisle School.
Maybe it's the Goblins.
The Goblins from Halloween. It ain't Satan. The Ghouls, the Goblins, Halloween. Over. What about the Hookie-Hockics? The Hookie-Hockics. What about Hookie-Hockics? Hookie-Hockics. Hooks-Hocks. How about Hooks-Hocks? Hooks-Hocks. What about the Hooks-Hocks? What about the Hooks-Hocks? The Ghouls, the Goblins. Satan! Take him out of our class. The rebels will be assimilated. Savage. Kill the savage. Save the man. Kill the savage. Save the man. Kill the savage. Save the man. Wherever. The Ghouls, the Goblins, and the Satan. Satan ate my Wi-Fi. Oh, Satan ate my Wi-Fi. I ain't got no hookup. Ain't got the signal. Could you help me look it up? Satan ate my Wi-Fi. Need the TI guy to hook me up. Technical support. Hey man, you know about computers? Man, you know something about computers? Cause me, I need some Wi-Fi. Satan. You get it? I need the 5th grade girls up here from Carlisle School. 200 of them.
We're back in business.
Back in business. At History 122 with Billy Miguel.
That is Carlisle Indian School, Pennsylvania. These are some of the images taken in 18, during that assimilation period. And,
The assimilation
as you
period.
can see, it was a former military base, I guess you could call it, and they converted it into a school, a boarding school. And here you can see from the littlest children, or probably about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years old,
8 or 9.
on up to the older students there. But this was in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Carlisle,
The person that
Pennsylvania.
started it was a former military person.
Former military
Who
person.
started the whole boarding school system that later on became all over the United States.
It came all over the
This is
United
what they're
States.
talking about whenever you hear some of the stories coming from some of these boarding schools, like the one that was here in Tucson, Arizona, right along where the current, I believe it's I-19, as you come into Tucson, there's the boarding school that was there was built by the building managed by the Presbyterian denomination, and a lot of Autumn went there instead of going to Pennsylvania, Carlisle. But by that time, various boarding schools had sprung up, like the major one was in Phoenix, for this area. Then next door is a Sherman Institute, which is in California, Riverside, California. There are other smaller versions, like the one up in Stewart Indian School in Nevada, near Carson City. And then, of course, there are other ones like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then Oklahoma. Those are probably the major areas that go out here in the Southwest. Remember, now they're all over here in the United States. Carlisle was the original boarding school system. Here you can see the
What was their incentive to go to the boarding school?
boarding school.
Were they forced to go, or did they have some other kind of incentive?
Yeah, actually, they were. From my, I will say, from my father's experience in this area, the next little village or community is Little Tucson, about 8 or 10 miles in that direction. He said that when he was a young boy, there was a missionary. His name was Bonaventure. Bonaventura, they called him in Autumn, and that's what he did. He rounded up young boys and girls, sent them to, at that time, the early
Bonaventure,
1900s,
I've come for your children.
to St. Michael's Catholic boarding school down near Window Rock. In that area, that was the boarding school run by the Catholic mission. Remember, the Bureau of Indian Affairs doesn't come to this area until the 1930s. So therefore, the missionaries and their work were the ones to start these boarding schools here in the Autumn area. So he told us when we were little boys that he was news had spread around the community that Father Bonaventure was coming around to pick up school kids, well, not school kids, but young boys for school. So he tried to run and hide under the bed at my grandmother's house. So when Bonaventure came, she went and just pointed to where my father was hiding.
He's hiding.
So Bonaventure looked under there and told him to come out. So he said there was about like maybe 10 boys and girls from the next community. They were taken by wagon. He said, I remember.
All right, you boys, and get on the wagon.
Trying to retrace the paths to Window Rock from this area. There would probably be these mountains here, the was in Rincon Mountains, and then back in that area, Globe, and then further north is the Apache country, well, Navajo country, and St. Michael's is in that area, Window Rock, the northeast part of the state of Arizona. So he said they were sent up there 5 years, and after 5 years he finally came home. And he said what they taught them there was a lot of farm. At that time there was a lot of farming and also dairy type of operations that they ran, the little dairy there. They also did a lot of baking, auto mechanics as far as say farm machinery, and that's where they kind of got into the area of vocational type of education. And we said that there were autumn there, but autumn, of course, the cultural change or the cultural difference, they wanted to come home. This was the first time of ever being away from home.
Cultural difference.
He said that after a few months, I guess you adjust. So that was his experience back in
Adjusted after a couple months.
Early 1900s, about like
Early 1915.
probably
15. 1915?
somewhere in
15,
that
see?
area.
See?
And,
What I said, 1915.
they were, yes, forced.
Bonaventure missionary.
And,
Up to Window Rock Catholic School.
but the Carlisle were very similar too. But
Carlisle.
They were, as physically moved, because there they had talked to some of the tribal leaders in those communities, Sioux and that area, that they should send. So they did actually comply with some of the tribes, the Sioux leaders, said, okay, well, we'll send our children to Carlisle. So they did, but out here it's a little difference, I guess, depending on tribe or how the family found or how children accepted them. So in his little experience he was telling me, and then my own experience, I was sent to Phoenix Indian School in 1960. At that time, the Bureau of Indian Affairs had come to the Northern Reservation and established BIA, as they call BIA, school system, the education system. The mission school was in Tohono, and I believe that the highest grade there in Tohono at that time was 6th grade. Here in South, the highest grade was 8, and later on they added 1 more year, so 9. Once you reached a level, you either moved to Tucson or moved to other areas, or either get shipped to boarding school. That's sort of voluntary going to boarding school, because we didn't move to Tucson or anything like that. My family couldn't afford it, so they sent me to Phoenix Indian School, actually the social services. Raising a family at that time was very hard. So the social services convinced my aunt and my uncle to send me to boarding school. So in a sense it was forcing, I guess, because of economic situations. So a lot of us that went to school here went to Phoenix Indian School. Others went to, say, the one in California, Riverside, not the popular here in this area. And then I was sent to the one in, Phoenix first, and then I went to the one in Carson City. 1963.
Perfect.
From there on, I went to another boarding school, different boarding school in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Of course, the education system had kind of changed. There were more now acceptable to culture. First, you're seeing some of these where they, first thing they did was cut your hair, take away all your traditional hair. So that was like they do in the 1960s. First thing they do is get in line with your hair.
Get in line, get your hair cut. Get in line, get your hair cut.
Even up to the 1960s.
You will be assimilated even up to the 1960s.
Look at some of these images, as you can see.
Here are the images.
Those ones were up here, then the next older ones up there, and here are other images. The school itself had been established, actually formed a marching band, and they were pretty popular. Went through most of the nearby functions, such as fairs and stuff like that near Pennsylvania. I think they marched in one of the presidential elections that they have in D.C. So there were various different activities that were there. Here you can also see some of the barracks, students.
Look, we have trained the Indians to march. Play the instruments.
Physical exercises.
And to exercise. Up to
Some of the students, older students. Here are some of the, let's say, more recent arrivals. Here you can see sort of the before and after.
here's the before, the savage, to the man. Savage
You can see
man.
they're kind of having that military type of areas, or here like military type of drills, practices. Students, here you can see classrooms, here the outside game. But I wanted to show you some of the before and after. Well, here's the right here.
Here's the before.
These are probably the new arrivals before their hair was cut, clothes taken away.
Took their clothes away. Cut their hair, took their clothes away.
Apache.
Before and after.
Apache tribe.
They look Apache. I can tell an Apache anytime I see one of them. They are the enemy. Oh, the Apache. Our mortal enemies. Took their clothes away, cut their hair.
Here they have their football team. Here, before and after.
Before and after, Apache. Where is the savage? Savages.
You can see change.
We have converted these savages into men. We have killed the savages. Kill the savage. Save the land.
This photograph, which you can see the change in culture.
And there's your
As a
culture.
matter of fact, the slogan.
Slogan. We have a slogan. What's that slogan?
Was just kill the savage.
Kill the savage. be assimilated. We are going to remove your culture and your clothes.
Throughout there, I think it was there something like 29 years or something like that.
29-year Carlisle School.
Some of the original pictures or images, some of the speakers for students. And it's on the internet. You can look at Carlisle Business School. It'll just bring you right up to the website. So if you want to read more, right now I'm just trying to use the simulation process after 1854. So
Kill the savage, save the man.
Carlisle Business School was the first boarding school. Kill the savage, save the man.
Kill the savage,
Take away his,
save the man.
identity, so you can see. These are the group, there's some more in here that are actually individual. Images are there
Kill the man, save the savage. Kill the man, save our balls. Save the nuts. Kill the pins.
on this kind here.
Save the nuts. Those nuts are mine.
Nearby,
Hey,
that was him.
those nuts are mine.
A few months later.
Nuts. More nuts. More balls. Hey.
The motto here for
Hey.
slogan
Nut.
of killing the savage and saving the man.
That ball.
1879.
1879, the Carlisle School.
In my experience or my lifetime, same thing happened to me in 1960.
1960. Same thing happened to me. Sent off to the boarding
So the
school.
boarding school system was still in process, and I think it's still, there are a few still in operation right now.
There's a few in
I think
operation?
The one in California is still
One in California?
operational, and that's the Sherman Indian School.
The Sherman Indian School.
in Riverside, California.
Riverside, California.
But they're not, say, because of high schools and come to think of it, college now being built on reservations, students didn't have to leave home, especially high schools. When I was going through, let's say, high school period, there was nothing around here that I could attend before I moved to Tucson. So the 9th grade was the highest level here. Then you went to boarding school. So this is the sort of a typical boarding school experience, they call it. BIA, Bureau of Indian Affairs, was a sort of the agency or the part of the government established to maintain the because of our status as boards, we were
How was the food and housing at the boarding schools you stayed at?
Sorry, what's that?
I said, how was the food and housing at the boarding schools
yeah.
you stayed at?
Okay, as I said,